You're keeping me on. Yeah, I'm strapped in, stuck in a song you can't turn off. Like a merry-go-round, my head is spinning. I see you rocking about. I'm sure as hell not. 'Cause in my mind we're smiling on the dance floor, late night skin and thinking like we're on our own run. Yeah, but we're stoned 'cause we're so young. We're in your car singing crazy to the radio. I remember it like time's been frozen still. Oh, I know we're stoned. We were so young. Now you're long gone.
You are watching JJ's Lifted Horizons.
Has a reason, baby, let it come to you. Every soul,
Same old face, but new content.
status quo. If you stop believing we're meant to,
You're either going to cry, laugh, smile, or learn.
if the passion's gone, we are doing it wrong. Baby, you and I, baby,
That's because JJ's lifting the world.
oh, that heartbeat. We could stay or we could leave. There is nothing in me.
One video at a time. I'm G Money, and I support this channel.
It's Sunday, so it's JJ's Lifted Horizon Live. Thank you, everybody, for being here today or tonight. And we've got Dave from Gotta Love Thailand. It is late for Dave, or early, whichever the case may be. He said it's still he can still watch us till the 22nd. We've got my dad and my mom in the background, and we've got TJ Giggles FPV just showed up in backstage. I want to thank everybody for being here today. We've got some people in the chat that are not out there, but glad that everybody is here today. And we've got some pretty strong one strong topic to talk about. But before we get into that, I just want to remind all of you that we have raised $685.47 in book sales for the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity. That's estimated by Amazon, and you can go pick up a copy of your book. It's $9.99 for paperback, $5.99 for the ebook. And the first week of October, we're going to be giving away the ebook for free for the first week, just like we did around July. All you have to do is go to Amazon and click the link, and you can go ahead and get yourself a copy of the book. And if you have bought the book, do us a favor and give us a 5-star rating on Amazon. It definitely puts the book out there and helps push it out to other people. So go on to Amazon and give that book a 5-star rating. And also join our group. It's the 1 Mile at a Time community over there on Facebook. All you have to do is go to Facebook, look for that little banner when you type in 1 Mile at a Time community, and it'll bring you right there. Also, we've got our Amazon links. If you want to have your Amazon links converted to a link where you can actually help support the channel financially, email me, jason@jjdrones360.com, and I will convert those Amazon links to you, and you can help financially support the program. And our Spreadshirt shop is where you get all the best merch on the internet. It's JJ's Lifted Horizons on myspreadshop.com, and the We Chicken merch is only available until Monday. It's currently 20% off, but Friday, October 10th is the cutoff to get your pictures in. Again, email me, Jason at jjdrone360.com with your pictures, and we will get you in the drawing for well, it's not even a drawing. We'll get you in the contest for that $50 Amazon gift card. And if you have a video you want to submit for Blinker Flu of the Week, email Dan, droningveteran@gmail.com. And to donate to the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity, the link is pinned in the chat. Well, it's not pinned in the chat today, but it's in the video description. So far, we've raised $2,839.07 for 236 wreaths. And we couldn't do it without all of you. So thank you, everybody that has contributed. It is an honor to be able to do that for Wreaths Across America. So thank you, everybody, so much. Let me get this off of the screen. I know it's important to show you, but I kind of need to show you my face. I don't know why. Probably looked better that way. Hey, Scott, thank you so much for coming in. Appreciate you being here. And right now, we have our special guest of today who is going to be co-hosting the show with me. So far, it is our good friend, Mr. TJ Giggles FPV. Hey, TJ. Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
I'm not going to tell anybody else on the show. It's just between you and me. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Mrs. Shaytree, thanks for coming in. Don't listen to this because it's a big secret I'm going to tell TJ. You did an excellent picture today. And you raised the bar. You raised the bar. And somebody is going to come in to try and debate you on that, Mr. Shade Tree America.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Thank you for stopping in and hitting the like button, Ted. And everybody hit the like button. We do need that to get this pushed out. So thank you very much. So, Chris, as I told you earlier today, TJ raised the bar, but I didn't tell anybody else. I'm just keeping it a secret between me, TJ, and you right now.
I mean, what else can you do? Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay. How else can you eat chicken without having some chicken?
Oh, there you go.
And what's better than that? Wearing a wee chicken shirt.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
That's how
That's
we roll in this household.
You don't even live, breathe, eat, and drink it. You wear it too.
That's right. And we have them around.
Well, before we get too much into it, we are going to give a big shout out to our very special, unofficial sponsor of the program, and that is Johnson Juice.
What's up, everyone? Dan here, Droning Veteran. And guess what? It is dinner time at the Droning Veteran House, and tonight we are having breakfast for dinner. And there is no breakfast for dinner without Johnson Juice. Oh yeah, buddy. Fresh cup coming in. Now, let's get it on everything, because Johnson Juice goes with everything. Oh, yeah, buddy. I know you're jealous.
Thick and sweet from the Upper Peninsula, can't be beat. Pancakes, waffles, biscuits too. Nothing tastes better all thanks to you.
Hashtag delicious.
Tastes better all thanks to you.
There's Dan with his Johnson Juice again. I don't know why it keeps popping up like that. I really don't.
I think it's kind of like a extra special kind of deal or something. I don't know.
I think you're right.
It's got the shiny like little label on there.
That's true. So we do have our special Blinker Flu of the Week this week. And this week's Blinker Flu of the Week flavor is obviously Breakbush chicken. I mean, you can't have Blinker Flu of the Week without the Breakbush chicken. Let's get into it.
Welcome to the low search
And this is the most requested segment on YouTube if you don't ask anybody.
We have red light runners. We have those crazy drivers. Every now and then we even have crashes. So buckle up. It's gonna be a bumpy
It's definitely going to be a bumpy ride. We've only got 4 videos this week,
of the week.
but one of them is super special. So here we go. Here's number 1. This is going to be a very popular intersection, if it's not already. And Dan is just waiting to be able to turn left here at the intersection. Creeping up just a little bit at a time. And the light turns yellow, so now he has the right to go, and that car didn't want to wait.
He was impatient.
Yep. But this is a twofer because, wait for it, keep your eye out on the left-hand side of your screen. I think he's sticking out a little bit.
Oh,
Holy
God.
wow.
That was close.
And here's number 2. Why wait in line when you can skip it? Yeah, you just do a U-turn and turn around and then make the right turn.
Oh, my gosh.
Here's number 3. And you just cut 3 lanes of traffic to get all the way into the right lane.
Holy
Oh,
wow.
my God. That was
And then
nuts.
he cuts back over after he gets in front of that semi. And here's number 4. And I think you'll see a repeat from number 2 right about now. You just make a U-turn, turn around, and you don't got to wait.
Oh, that was it. That white car right there.
Yeah, it was that white car.
Oh.
So you can vote for your favorite 1 through 4. Put it in the chat, and I'll be watching for that. And I will be tallying it up at the end of the program. But huge thank you to Dan. We've already got a vote for number 2. That was probably one of Dan's better ones.
Yeah, I have to say there was a lot there. I know that doing, how do I want to say this? Seeing that much stuff, when it comes down to a lot of it, there's got to be, in the past few weeks, I've been seeing a lot of this stuff, and unfortunately, I don't have a dash cam I can pull footage from, but I have a dash cam. So I can only imagine what doesn't get caught each week.
Yeah. If I had a dash cam for everything that I saw too, especially in the greater LA area, that would be huge. TJ, what is your thoughts on it?
I wish I'm like you. I wish I had a dash cam too. I'd be catching everything and anything.
Hey,
It sounds
TJ,
like-
you should check out one of my older videos. I actually made a video of how you can make like a hack for a dash cam, and it's really cheap.
Oh, huh.
All you have to
And,
do is have like an old cell phone. If you take an old cell phone, say
you know
like
what?
this,
Yeah, I do.
just
have
put
one,
it up on a
actually.
mount right on the window and plug it in.
Yeah, I do have one actually.
And there
Yeah,
might
if you
be
go to
somebody.
Walmart for like $10, you can get those mounts that are really nice, and they just suction right up to the windshield, and you can just put it in there, run a power cord right down to the charger.
Oh yeah, there you go.
And there might be somebody that might be doing a Secret Santa again this year.
Oh, we are going to do that this year.
I'm very, very much, if I can get enough people that want to do it this year, I'm going to do the Secret Santa this year. We're going to be announcing that next month.
Good.
Man, that's
good,
crazy, man. Like the holidays are like right around the corner. It's nuts.
I'm going to be announcing the Secret Santa during our live auction October 12th. So you definitely want to be here for the live auction. Even if you're not looking to bid on anything, you want to be here for the live auction because I'm going to be announcing the winner for the Amazon gift card, and I'm going to be announcing the Secret Santa. And it's going to be a lot of information jam-packed into one show. So definitely be here October 12th. Another thing that I want to announce is I've been a smoker for many, 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 many years. And this is day 2 of no cigarettes. So...
Keep on going. Keep on going.
That's the right track, Jason. Get you off them.
Just chew some gum. You might be all right.
I'm not going to say how many years I've been doing it, and I'm not going to say how old I am, but I'm going to say that I've been doing for many, 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 many years. And taking that flight down to Florida and not being able to have a cigarette for that entire time on the way down and on the way back, I kind of found a way to cope with it. So as of right now, I'm going through the process of becoming somebody that is smoke-free. So I appreciate any prayers or anything to help with that because it is a struggle on a daily basis. It's not easy. Dad, you're not going to tell anyone my age.
So what you can do, and this is a good idea for you to see this, and this is what I do with some stuff, and it just changed me, I should say, when I was addicted to energy drinks. Every day, look how much money that you spent, and if you can, just put that amount in like a jar or something, because I know cigarettes around here are like $10 a pack. I don't know how much you smoked or anything like that, but if you put that in there and see how much adds up, that's something that's a big motivation, all that extra money that you can put towards other things.
Right. Well, it's not even as much of the money savings because I've been saving money by rolling my own, which saved a ton of money. But it's more the time saved because I was spending 3 to 4 hours every time I went home just rolling cigarettes. So I'm not going to be doing that anymore. I'm going to be going down this route, and I think that it's going to be better for me in the long run. And even though I struggle with it, I know it's something that I need to do for my health. And I mean, I've lost 40 pounds from the beginning of the year, so I've gotten more in shape, and now it's time to start cutting out the other bad stuff. So thank you guys, and thank you, Scott. I do appreciate that, and I am forever 30. So just put it there. I don't want to be in my 20s. I'm forever 30.
Dude, it's crazy. Like I've asked people like why they smoke, and they say, "Oh, it calms my nerves." Like
it does. It does. It does. It really does.
How does it calm your nerves?
Well, number one, it's more of something that you do when you're bored, like when you're on long drives, like I do. I mean, it gives you something to do. It's kind of keeps your hands busy, gives you something to do while you're driving. And so the hardest part for me is actually not even when I'm driving anymore, because now that I haven't released this yet, but I've traded in my truck for another truck. And now that I have this new truck, not for work, but my personal vehicle, I've decided that I'm not going to smoke in that truck. And so I've been really good about not doing that. And so that's kind of, I mean, there's all this natural progression that's happened. So just definitely keep me in your prayers because I need it. I need all the strength that I can muster. I'm going through it, and every day is a challenge. That's all I can say about that. My dad says, "Nice truck." It is a nice truck.
Are you in your new one now?
No, I'm in my work truck right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, no, the truck I'm talking about is my personal truck that I.
Oh yeah, the one when you went to go see what's his name down in Florida.
Yeah, when I came back from Florida, I went and I got it.
Okay, yeah.
That's
right. Okay.
But so anyways, another thing too that I want to remind you guys is next year we're going to be going down to Florida, and to go to jjsliftedhorizons.com, and you can buy the Florida or Bust t-shirts, and any money that we make from the Florida or Bust merchandise, that's going to be funding the charity trip we're going to be doing. Gary also has donated a brick for the Lee and Betty Johnson Memorial Charity that's going to be laid in Milton, Florida, at their thing, or their memorial site right there. So definitely watch for that video. It's going to be posted on my Facebook page. And then we have the We Chicken. Like I said, the We Chicken merchandise right now. Tomorrow is the last day that you can buy it. And TJ has really raised the bar. So if you want to compete, you're really going to have to put your thinking caps on. But
TJ thinks he did.
Yes.
He thinks he did. I know I already turned in my stuff, but if I have to, I can pull out the last ditch effort, which is going to be the kind of in a pun and way. It's going to be a 1-2 punch.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I've only got. Let's see, how many more stickers? I got four. I bought 4 of them, so I think I got like 3 left.
But right now, everything is 20% off, so you can go in. You can buy the We Chicken merchandise. We've got the We Chicken So Hard It Hurts. Like I said, all this stuff at midnight tomorrow night is coming down from the website. Go pick it up. You can be entered in for our $50 Amazon gift card, and you don't have to buy the most expensive stuff on there. You could just go on here and you can buy some stickers. If you can do something with stickers that nobody else is doing, you can do that. You can find the cheapest thing on here. The biggest thing is I'm just looking for creativity, humor, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, we also have our JJ's Lifted Horizons Florida or Bust stuff. Let's see here. That is this. I have too much merchandise. I think that's the problem. Okay, there we go. Here's our Florida or Bust image, and you can go and you can buy anything from here, and anything from here is going towards our trip down to Florida next year. A huge shout out to Breakbush Transportation for funding the fuel for us to go down to Florida. So thank you, Breakbush Transportation. It's going to be the Florida or Bust Tour 2026, powered by Breakbush Transportation.
So I do have a question about your merch there. Do you have window clings? I can't remember.
I don't have window clings. No, I wish I did.
Darn it. That actually would be pretty cool. I was thinking about that. I know the stickers, of course, but window clings was something I just thought of.
What is that? Like you put it on your window and it just kind of dangles around or whatever?
No,
window clings are like a little like plastic adhesive thing. It's almost like a transparent sticker with like a little bit of white or whatever color that just sticks on your back window of your car. Yeah, see a lot of stick figures like that, and like the stick figure families or the
all that.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
And thank you, Johnny Drone Flyer, for coming in. And
Johnny's in here. What?
Mrs. Shade Tree still has more ideas.
I might
Johnny
have to collaborate with the missus on this next one. I might have to. Jason knows exactly what I'm talking about. I've already talked to you about this, but if I pull it off, I think I would win.
It's I can't say, Chris. I can't say anything. Can't say anything. In fact, Chris, did I share with you the picture that TJ sent me?
Would you share it with me?
No, I said did I? No, I said did I?
Did I? No, you didn't.
No, and TJ, did I share with you the pictures that Chris sent me?
I don't think so. No.
No. So I'm not sharing the picture. The only picture I'm sharing is an example like this, and that's just too cute not to share. But
he's a big baby. He's been getting clothes on him since he was a little kitten.
He's a cute little kitten. So that's just an idea.
Somewhere. I don't know. He's always up to no good.
that's just an idea. So put your thinking caps on. Go pick up your merch tonight. Get it to 20% off, and just do something with it. Get yourself entered in for the $50 Amazon gift card. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I've already got a bunch of pictures that just put a smile on my face, and it's a lot of fun. But what we want to talk about, or what I want to talk about right now, is what happened in Utah this week. And I just want to kind of paint a picture for you guys, because this was something that happened, and it's something that's kind of boggling my mind. And I don't really understand it, but it's something that we have to call out. And I just want to have you guys think about a situation where you would be living out in BFE and you had to make it to the city, and you had a younger stepsister or two younger stepsisters around the ages of 12 to 14. You're a truck driver, and you have to find a way to get them from where you live up to Salt Lake City. And the only way that you could think of doing that was by putting them in a reefer trailer with the reefer running at 30 degrees.
That does not. It doesn't sound like a good idea.
No. Well, here's the news story. This is a report out of KSL.com out of Salt Lake City. Two young girls were found inside a refrigerated truck on Wednesday after a crash on I-15 in Linden led to their discovery. Jacob Ortel Scott, 28, was arrested for investigation of child abuse, according to a police booking affidavit. The crash occurred around 11:15 a.m. when a tractor trailer driven by Scott caused an accident. Utah Highway Patrol Lieutenant Cam Roden said troopers were working on clearing a different crash from earlier in the day that was causing a slowdown on I-15. There was a car that had stopped in the roadway and was rear-ended by a semi-truck and pushed into multiple other vehicles. So it ended up being 5 cars total involved in the second crash, Roden said, adding that the semi-truck that rear-ended the stopped vehicles was the one driven by Scott. 2 people were taken to the hospital, one in serious condition and the other in critical condition. Now, I'm going to show you, or I'm going to share with you a part of the news story. Watch this, and then we'll talk about it. So let's go here. And then go here. All right.
He took a photo of the rear of the truck, and there was a slight gap in the door, and he happened to see a set of eyes looking at him as he took that photo. And then he knew we had more problems than just the accident.
Let's stop right there. What would you be thinking at that point?
Were the girls like kidnapped or something and thrown in there, or?
No, well, that's the first thing that I would think, Chris.
Yeah, because you don't just randomly climb. You just don't randomly climb into a freezer truck like that. Like, oh, it's so hot out there. Let's go climb in this truck right here and just freeze ourselves to death.
Right.
I mean, you got to think 32 degrees Fahrenheit or
30
0
degrees.
Celsius is freezing. That
It's
if
30
your
degrees.
body's under that, your core temperature is going to drop. Hypothermia is going to possibly set in. I mean, what did he do? Go and give this person a bunch of sleeping bags or heavy jackets? Even then, it's still going to be cold.
And I would agree with Scott. That was the first thing that came to my mind was smuggling, because we're already having, or we've been having a problem with human smuggling for a number of years, and that's why our company and a bunch of other companies have partnered with Truckers Against Trafficking to try and prevent this kind of stuff. But let's play a little bit more of the news story. But just this part of the news story right here was enough to kind of open my eyes a little bit.
Lieutenant Clay Morgan says the driver, 28-year-old Jacob Ortel Scott, admitted to having his 2 younger half-sisters in the back. Officials said the 14 and 12-year-old girls were homeschooled but needed to come to Salt Lake to take a test and help a family member who's having twins. The probable cause statement says the girls had been in the refrigerated trailer, which was cooled to 30 degrees since Huntington, Utah. That's
Okay, so the girls. I'm sorry. I'm not buying the story. You have to drive from. Now, I looked up the mileage. The mileage from Huntington, Utah, where the guy started, up to Salt Lake City was right around 106 miles. And they were basically put into the trailer with the reefer running at 30 degrees with a mattress and some bedding. Didn't say that they had jackets, didn't say that they had, long sleeve clothes on or anything like that. It just said in the news story that they were put in there with a mattress and some bedding. I mean, this is disturbing in so many different ways.
That's what I'm wondering, because Scott was like, why wouldn't he put them in the cab of the truck instead of like putting them in the trailer?
Okay, so that was my question too, and I've been trying to figure that part out, and I think that is addressed in this story here. Let's go to ABC News. And this is a story about, it says a Utah truck driver was ordered to be held without bail after 2 young girls were discovered locked inside his refrigerated trailer following a traffic incident in Linden, Utah, authorities said. Let's see here. According to court documents, troopers discovered the girls during an inspection when they observed 2 sets of eyes inside the trailer. When questioned, Scott initially appeared surprised, but then admitted there were children inside after consulting with his passenger. So there was already a passenger in the truck with him. Now, if you look, let's go back to this. If you look at the truck, it's a day cab. So there's only 2 seats in here. There's a seat here and there's a seat here. But even still, if you had 2 other people in there, is it going to be crowded? Yeah, but am I going to be putting people in the trailer? No. I mean, there's people that have done stunts out there that have ridden in the back of a semi-trailer, and they've said that it's nothing that they would ever want to do ever again. I mean, stunt people don't want to do it. Why would you put your half sisters?
Life in danger.
Yeah. And you're running into a situation where if you get into an accident, you're definitely putting these kids' lives in danger.
Yeah, because that trailer is going to flip over and you're done.
Now, it said that the officials say that the girls had, go back to this, officials said the girls had no way to exit the refrigerated space on their own, obviously because the doors were closed and locked. The children were interviewed by agents from the Utah State Bureau of Investigation and Department of Child and Family Services. And Scott, this alleged, brain surgeon, was taken to a local hospital, for a possible hand injury. He possibly broke his hand, Chris.
Okay. So,
I mean,
was he loaded or was it just an empty trailer with these children in?
From everything that I have read, the only thing that was in the back of the trailer were the girls with the mattress.
It just throws up so many red flags, especially with 2 guys in the front and teenage girls, and then we see all this human trafficking. This is...
I can't say those were 2 guys. It doesn't say there were 2 guys. It just said the guy and his passenger.
Yeah, it just throws up such a red, it throws red flags like crazy. Like, it just, was the guy on meth? Was he drinking too many Coors Lights? I don't understand. I mean, what was your thought process if you're not trying to do anything illegal like that? You're still doing something illegal, but I mean, there's different degrees of illegal. There's driving a car without insurance, and then there's possible human trafficking.
Right. Yeah, and the thing that really bothers me is the lack of comment from the people in the trucking industry, because I looked and I looked and I looked and I tried to find any sort of comment from OOIDA, from any sort of trucking organization, and the only thing that I could find was a thing on Google that I'm going to share with you here, and it's just an AI overview, that says that the discovery has prompted widespread reactions. I don't know where the widespread reactions are because I haven't found them, and all the links that I've clicked on, none of them bring me to anything saying anything about it. But according to this, the crash, the multi-vehicle crash occurred on northbound I-15 after the semi-trucks driven by Scott lost a tire. The discovery, a Utah Highway Patrol trooper, well, let's see, here's the industry reaction. Violation of safety. Professionals in the field have pointed out that this action is a severe violation of safety standards and goes against all responsible practices within the industry. Commercial trucking regulations strictly prohibit transporting people in freight trailers. And again, I'm going to repeat that. Commercial trucking regulations strictly prohibit transporting people in freight trailers. And then negative public perception. The incident has been criticized for casting a negative light on an industry where drivers are typically known for professionalism and diligence. Many have expressed concern over how the public will perceive truck drivers in light of such a reckless and dangerous act. Company responsibility. Comments have also questioned the responsibility of the trucking company, asking who owned the truck and whether the company's policies were ignored or neglected. And then social media commentary. Online comments on news sites and social media platforms for the trucking industry have reflected a mix of anger and dismay. Many users expressed gratitude that the girls were found and were unharmed, while others speculated on the specific details of the event. And that's all people are doing right now. They're speculating. And I'm not trying to speculate. I'm just trying to give you guys the facts as we know them, because I don't want to get into the speculation part of it, because that's not what we try and do on this channel. We try and give you the facts so that you know exactly what's going on. So there is one video that was put out there on TikTok, and TikTok is not one of my favorite platforms, but the video that is shown on TikTok actually shows the trucking company that is involved in this. And because of that, I was able to actually do a deep dive on the information on this. So let's share the video from TikTok, and you'll get to see what it actually looked like at the scene of the accident that you weren't able to see in the news story. So let's play that right now. Now, here you can see the accident. You can see the multiple cars, and then this is the semi-truck right here that was involved in the crash. Okay?
Oh, wow.
And you can see that he's got the reefer back here. The reefer door is missing on the front. I don't know why that is. And I mean, that could be happening for any number of reasons.
Now,
But,
why are they called reefer doors?
it's just short for refrigerated unit. It's faster, or it's just easier to say reefer.
Oh, okay.
But here's the front of the truck. Looks like he's got a little bit of damage on the bumper. Looks like he knocked out his taillight, or not his taillight, but his headlight. And that looks like that's about it. And like it said, the only damage that was done to him in the truck is maybe a broken hand. Now, again, this is all alleged, so he hasn't been convicted in court of law, so everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But you can't really, or they were kind of not adding the trucking company. And as you can see on the door, and I know that it's kind of hard to see, but I took a screenshot and I kind of came in and I punched in on the door, And you can see that this is CTC Trucking pulling a Fisher Scientific. Now, Fisher Scientific does like any sort of medical instruments or medical things. And so that's what would be transported in that trailer. There was nothing, as far as I know, from the news stories that have been reporting this. I don't know if there was anything in the trailer other than the girls, but everything that I've read has said that it's only been the girls. So why would you have the reefer running at 30 degrees? That just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But I did look at, so I compared the image on the door here because CTC Trucking, there's a plenty of CTC Trucking companies on the DOT website. But so the other thing that I did was I went and I looked at the ones in Utah, and this one was the one that I found. And you can see that this website, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, their logo matches the logo on the truck, right? So would you say that, Chris, would you say that it's safe to assume that this trucking company is the trucking company that was involved in the accident from what I just presented to you?
I would say that you're right on that. I mean, you can't dispute if it's the same font, same italicized and everything. I mean, the only other possibility would be an older truck that was sold to this individual if he's the owner, and they never took their livery off there. But a lot of companies take that stuff off just because of stuff like that.
Right. Now, this truck here is a day cab, so this one is not going to be going out of state. And it's pulling a smaller reefer trailer. But I did pull up their safer score. Now, what is a safer score? What a safer score is it's basically a report card on trucking companies. Every trucking company has a safer score. This isn't anything that is hidden from the public. This is something that you can go and you can look up anybody's safer score just by going to the safer.fmcsa.gov website. And then you could put in the company's trucking company name. You can put in their motor carrier name. You can put in their DOT number. You can do whatever you want. And you can look up any sort of information. So this is all public information. But I pulled them up, and one of their addresses is the 901 South, 1800 West, Woodcross, Utah, which is, again, right here. So I'm with about 99.9% certainty this is the company, okay? And so the one thing that I want to look at is I want to look at their inspection rate. Now, as of 8/29 of 2025, this company has had 15 vehicle inspections over the last 24 months. And out of those 15 vehicle inspections, they've had 11 out of service failures. So their out of service rate is 73.3%. The national average is 22.26%. Now, they specialize in dump trailers. So what they'll do is they'll go pick up dirt, rock, whatever, and they'll bring it to a job site or whatever. They'll dump the dirt, rock, whatever it is. So this doesn't tell me whether this is their dump trailers or their reefer trailers or what have you. It just tells me what their score is over the past 24 months. So we can't really go based on that. But what we can go based on is their driver scorecard. And their drivers have been inspected 38 times, and they've only had 2 out-of-service failures. So their out-of-service failure rate on their drivers is only 5.3%, which is lower than the national average of 6.67%, right? So they're actually doing really, really good as far as their driver score. So I didn't want to condemn the trucking company for not having the right policies in place without actually looking at their score. And it looks like from a score standpoint, they're doing what they're supposed to do with their drivers, right, Chris?
It seems like it. It seems like they have good drivers. They just don't have that good of vehicles.
Right. And you know, when you're working in the type of environments that they're working in, trucks will break down quite a bit because
Right.
you're really beating those trucks up, and you don't know what the situation was when those trucks were put out of service. We don't know. So that's why I don't want to go out there, and I don't want to criticize them as a company. I'm not saying, I don't want to go out there and say, you know, this CTC trucking is crap. You know, everybody should go out there and ask them what the heck they're doing with their drivers, because they're doing a good job as far as their drivers go. I don't know what's going on with their equipment portion, and I'm not here to say that I'm an expert on that. I'm just saying that as far as what the FMCSA says, what they're doing with their drivers is okay. So I don't think this is a systemic problem with their drivers. I'm thinking that this is just a driver that they hired that is probably not going through a good time, or he just thought that there wasn't anything wrong with what he was doing. We really don't know.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I wanted to add too is with whenever you get a vehicle or a truck that gets has a problem, there's a lot of different things. You could have something where you have bald back tires, but you also could have something so minute that could stop use of that vehicle. So we don't know, but I do agree with you. It seems like this is a driver thing.
What are your thoughts, TJ?
I mean, if you're gonna be transferring humans, then you should probably not be driving a truck in the first place, or your license get revoked or suspended or something.
Maybe drive a bus.
Yeah. If you're doing that, drive a bus at least.
Maybe
hey,
rent
TJ?
a car. I mean, just get a car or something. U-Hauls have those not cargo vans, but they have some passenger vans and stuff. So
let's see. We've got Gator Jake. Thank you very much for coming in, and Gary, thank you very much for coming in. He says, "Howdy to all the mustaches." Scott says he knew the rules if he is a legit driver. And absolutely, Scott, anybody that's a driver is going to know that. I mean, you could just use a common sense button, right? Just say, is it common sense for me to put somebody in the back of a reefer truck? What the problem that I'm having, though, the thing that I can't get across my mind is the 30 degrees. Why in the world would you keep the reefer at 30 degrees having two people in there? Because like you were talking about earlier, Chris, you're putting a temperature where it's below 0 Celsius. So you're below the freezing point, and you do have that possibility for hypothermia. Mm-hmm. And without getting any of the details on how they were dressed or how, the conditions inside the trailer, we don't know that. So we can't speculate on anything. But we do have to worry as to what kind of conditions they were left with, because in all reality, I mean, their lives were in danger from hypothermia.
Yeah, you got to think, and also on top of all that, that's over 100 miles. I mean, that's what, 2.5 hour drive, maybe 3 in the city. There's bathroom breaks, food, water, stuff like that. And then another thing, Jason, if you could touch on the temperature and stuff, because, with refrigerated trailers, I know that you can change them temperatures. What is the normal range for a refrigerated trailer to be put, to be run of temperature?
So a regular refrigerated trailer will usually go anywhere from -20 all the way up to 99 degrees, right?
Okay.
So he could have set the temperature for 65 degrees. I mean, he could have set
something
it for...
like that. That would be perfect. I know it's hot in Utah, especially in our area. It's like 80-some degrees still in the fall. But you could still 60, 65 degrees, something like that. It's same as like an air conditioner. The only difference is it's more insulated and it's going to be staying that cold temperature.
Right. And Gary asks, is Reefer truck a Cheech and Chong thing? Asking for a friend.
No, that'd be one heck of a hot box, though.
Yeah, no kidding, right? So
Don't fear the reefer. That's funny.
That's awesome, Gator Jake. I love you guys. I do. I'm glad that you guys can put a funny spin on this story. But we're gonna get more information. Go ahead, TJ.
That's a pretty good skit right there, actually.
Yeah, you're not kidding. But we're gonna get some more information coming in on this. But this news story, Dan sent it to me earlier in the week, and I was just so disturbed by it. The first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to find out if there was anybody in the industry that was coming out and condemning this. And with the fact that, I've been putting myself out there in the trucking industry as somebody that is a mental health advocate, I felt like it was my duty to come out and say that this is wrong, no matter what kind of position you're in. Now, the worst thing that he probably could have done and not have those kids taken away is brought them in the cab with them. Maybe they would have, maybe they wouldn't have, but at least they would have had a way to escape if there was any sort of accident. When they're sitting in the trailer back there, there's no way for them to get out. Like you said, Chris, and this didn't even occur to me, is them having to stop and use the bathroom or anything like that, if there's any sort of food or anything like that, because it's a long drive for young kids.
So I've heard something. This happened in Pennsylvania a few years back. A couple were moving from eastern Pennsylvania to Michigan, and they put their kids in the back of the U-Haul, got pulled over, and of course, child abandonment, or cruel, whatever, all those charges stuff. But they had the kids back there. They had a bucket for them to use the bathroom. 3 kids. I'm talking about 2 teenagers and a preteen, and I think there was a couple dogs. They had a bucket, and every 4 to 6 hours, they'd let them out. If you are a person who, how do I want to say this, who actually has compassion, you would figure out a way to do something else other than that. That's just, there's got to be another way. I mean, I understand if you're in desperate time, desperate measures, but this is something that you're endangering the life of others, and you're expected as a parent to be able to be the voice of reason, is the best way to say it, and use common sense. And common sense out the window. But while you were talking, I was actually just thinking of this. Is this the first time this guy did this, or has he done this more often?
And for that answer, I'm going to bring in our guest, Paul. So Paul.
Yes.
These hats are for sale on jjsliftedhorizons.myspreadshop.com.
Hey, this is the original JJ Horizons hat. This was before anybody had it. It's very special.
Gotcha.
Hey, that's very creative there, Paul. That's pretty neat how you did that.
You want to see something even more special, which will bring back memories to some of us older folk here, except for you. How about this?
that needs a wee chicken sticker on it.
Right.
Just saying.
Some Chucky, baby.
Just saying. Chucky. So Paul,
right.
you were just listening. What is your thoughts? Do you think this driver has actually done this previously in the past? Because I've got my opinion. I want to hear yours.
Are you talking about that guy in the truck?
Yes.
Was he driving the wrong side of the road?
No, he had the 2 girls in his trailer.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if they've done it before, or if it's one of those gigs where it's like he happened to get somebody hooked. Somebody paid him before, somebody paid him and he showed up and he, tried to make some moolah and got busted doing it. So it's
Well, it was his
Never
two
know.
it was his two half sisters. Gary says I was on the high band radio during a solo trooper of approximately 33 illegals in the back of a Ryder truck. Horrendous conditions, human trafficking, and that was the first thing that popped into my head. Gary, was human trafficking until I read the story about it being his half sisters, and I didn't even believe that until I saw the article about him actually going to court, and that was actually verified that they were his half sisters. But I mean, there's no reason that is good enough to say that I'm going to put these two girls in the back of a reefer, close the doors, and set the reefer to 30 degrees.
Wait, hold on. I did have some stepsisters that I would totally do that with.
And
Just saying. But those are stepsisters, not half. So I don't know if I would do that to my half sister because I might actually like them.
right?
But the step, yeah, no, I would, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I was going to say, I think that if you can't even call this a Florida man incident, because if it was a Florida man, there would be probably a couple 30 packs of Busch Light or Coors Light in there with 3 or 4 guys sitting around with lawn chairs, just sitting around. And in all seriousness, you guys, we're talking about the violence of this, what could happen. There was a skit on Jackass. I don't know what movie or if it was part of the TV show that these guys rode in a rider van, like a box truck. And now they were messing around, but it just kind of shows you if there's an accident, how much just debris chaos could happen back here.
but he allegedly broke his hand. I mean, he was in the front, and you think about the inertia from the trailer going forward when it hits the other vehicles, you're going to have more energy for the people in the trailer than were in the truck. So the kids could have been hurt a lot more than just a broken hand.
Right. And another thing is if so if they have the mattress, they're laying on a mattress. If they hit, that mattress is going to be like a magic carpet ride and just slide right across. That's one thing to take in consideration. It's just going to fly unless they're like standing and something other stuff. I think they're very blessed that they weren't hurt in this situation.
And I'm going to, and because Paul didn't say it, I'm going to say it. I think that this is something that he's done before. I
do agree too.
I honestly, I mean, I can't prove it. So it's obviously something that's my opinion. So don't take this as fact. But in my opinion, if he's done this time, I feel that he has done it in the past because he thought that he could get away with it. And why on earth would you think that it was okay to do that in the first place? I have no idea. But I don't think this is a systemic trucking problem through the trucking company. I think this is just a driver that felt like he had no other recourse. But, I mean, you do whatever you can, but you don't put them in the back of your trailer. You call a friend, you call a neighbor, you rent a car, you do what you got to do. I can't think of any sort of test or any sort of help that you would have to put their lives in that kind of danger. And honest to God, I do think it was an act of God that truck driver got into that accident, because if it wasn't for the accident, they would have never known that those girls were back there.
Yeah, that guy even put a mattress on there and had bedding. I mean, where do you find a mattress is spur of the moment? Like, what are you going to do? Tell the kids, hey, you got to go to your bedroom and grab your mattress and throw it in there? I mean, if it was the first time or something like that, they just say, hey, go grab your coats or grab a couple blankets and throw in there. I don't, this was thought out, I think, a little bit too.
Yeah, this. I'm going to show Paul what the truck looks like.
I was going to say, unless you're in San Francisco, you can find mattresses all over the place.
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Yeah.
Well, that's a different thing.
Yeah. So here's the day cab, Paul.
Oh, smashing.
Yeah, that's what it looked like after the accident, and it hit this car here.
Oh wow, that did not look like what would happen to that truck or that. Dang. Woo.
And then
So what?
let's
They
see
cut
here.
him off or something, or he rammed them? Oh, he rear-ended them, huh?
Yeah, he rear-ended this guy. It was a 5-car pileup.
Dang.
But let me just pull this back up because this will show you better. Right there. That's what the truck looks like. The truck and trailer.
Oh,
Just one of those little short reefer trailers.
Yep.
But
Those girly trailers.
well, I mean, I guess that's the best way to put it because of the two girls being, in the back of the trailer.
Right?
But
Good point. I was just talking about being sure. It's kind of like people who drive automatic trucks.
yeah, right. I mean, we can't help that, seeing as how the millennials have forced us into that.
No, that's I seen a thing on Facebook. I think I might have sent it to you, where this guy was. I guess he has a couple of trucks. He hired this, ended up being a crackhead or whatever he was, and ended up destroying his truck after he got rid of him. And people made the comments because they showed the pedals, and it was an automatic. It was missing a clutch. And literally, I went to go comment, and the first person who commented was like, it's not a stick.
I want to thank Ryan for actually showing up on the show today. Thank you, Ryan. And
Ryan,
but I'm going to be following this story. We're getting to the end of the show. I'm going to be following this story, and if there's any updates, I'm going to bring them to you. But it's something that I felt that I needed to come out, and I just needed to address, and just to let everybody know that this is not something that is acceptable in the trucking industry. It's not something that is allowed in the trucking industry, and that I think that this guy is going to go to jail for an awfully long time, and those kids are going to be put into some proper housing to where they're not going to be put into a situation like that. And here's the thing that scares me, Gator Jake, and I appreciate you putting this comment out here. Easier to hide a short reefer. What if he would have just went somewhere, dropped the trailer off like those illegal aliens were left in that reefer that ran out of fuel down in Texas when it was over 100 degrees? You know what I mean? So then you're dealing with two girls that could have either suffocated from heat exposure or anything like that. So it is, not something that it scares me to even think that, Gator Jake, because you're right. It is easier to hide a short reefer. He could have dropped it off anywhere with those girls stuck in that trailer because they had no way of getting out of it. And that right there scares me to death. And like I said, we're going to get more information when that case goes to court, and I'm going to follow it and bring you any updates that I get from it.
I know a fix. I know a fix for this. We should put, how on all the cars now you have like an emergency pull to pull the trunk.
Right.
You should put those in the trucks. That would handle that problem. So if anybody ever gets put in a trailer, you'd have an emergency escape. So there you go. That would kind of solve that.
I don't doubt that would be coming. Ryan says, "Don't dare loop me in with the rest of those millennials. I did not want to give up my manual truck until I start driving in California." And Scott,
Yep.
I would agree with you. I think the kids are in a better place now, and I think Utah's got probably one of the better child placement services in the country. So I would. Well, it's scary because there's a lot of really bad places for child placement around the country. And Paul, this one's for you. Paul C has a brilliant idea there. I think you need to put that on the calendar. So,
Which one? Wait, which brilliant idea? I have lots of them.
the one about the latch on the end, or the little thing on the pull tang on the inside of the trailer doors. But that's the first time Gary's ever said that you had a brilliant idea.
Right? I know. I'm shocked.
I think that deserves that. Put it on the calendar. Put it on the calendar. We have an agreement between Gary and Paul. There you go.
I'm usually
All
right. So.
Well, I don't know about that, but
all I gotta
All
say
right.
is don't ever put your half sisters in the trailer. Step family, another story.
so we've got a tie for our blinker flu of the week between number 2 and number 3. Who is going to be our tiebreaker?
Hold on, let me
Let's
go back
see.
and look.
I don't know because I got number 3, and then somebody else voted for number 3, and there was only one number 2. So
I have 2 number 2s and 2 number 3s.
I was going to vote for 3, but I'm on my phone tonight, so I can't.
Okay, so you got number 3. So
Yeah, I
right
put
now, number
number
3 is in the lead. We'll see what Paul says.
Well, that light is yellow. I'm doing it 3 times the speed, so it shouldn't take me long.
Right. Yeah, there's only 4.
All right, I don't get what number 1 is. Oh,
Please stand by.
that one. Number 3, I think? Yeah. No, I'm going number 3.
Okay, so the winner is number 3. Thank you for participating for this week's Break Push Flavor Blinker Flu of the Week. And we will get that information over to Dan. And before we close out the show today, we are going to give everybody their last word of the day. So, Paul, we'll go with you first.
Oh. Yeah, don't put anybody in the trailer as long as it's not your step family. Wait, what was I saying? No, I meant don't ever put people in a trailer unless they. Wait, no, I don't know. I'm confused. That whole subject is kind of debatable, but whatever. Anyways, pass
America. Okay, Chris.
So I'm gonna kind of lead off with actually a question that Mrs. Shade Tree just asked me a minute ago, and she wanted to type it out, but she couldn't. This guy took this person out, thought it was a good idea, but there's other people, where was the parents at and stuff at the same time when it comes to it. I think it's more the answer of common sense. Like, everybody has common sense. Everybody should understand right from wrong. I mean, something like this is definitely wrong. You can't endanger a life of somebody else. It kind of spins back to the golden rule: do unto others as what you want done unto you. So, more people would live like that. Maybe we would have less incidents like this.
I absolutely agree. TJ.
Man, just don't be transferring kids. Why is there a drum roll keep going?
I don't know. It's not going in on my end.
Yeah, I don't hear anything.
Hold on.
Hey, what'd you do before the show started?
I don't know. Crazy.
You got to put that stuff down.
It's going on my end, but it is what it is for now. I think I had an incoming call, and that's what made it do it. But
Okay.
Just don't be transferring kids in trailers, man. Don't do it.
I would agree with that. And
Yes.
I just want everybody to know that, like I said, I'm going to be following the story. I think it's important for us to actually follow so that we can get all of the facts, because all the facts are going to come out at some point, whether he pleads guilty or whether it's found out through discovery. But it needs to come out. We need to find out all the facts, because I don't want to speculate on everything. I gave you all the information that we have on the case as it stands right now. I don't want anybody going after the trucking company, because it looked like the trucking company was doing everything that it could to keep their drivers in compliance. But the biggest thing is I think that, and this is just my opinion, that I think this driver has done this in the past. And I didn't even think about the fact that, not even the parents were involved in this. And well, I don't know if the parents were involved with this. I don't know if this was a decision that was done between the parents of these girls and this driver. All I know is that what he did was wrong. It was dangerous. It's not something anybody should do. No matter what you have to do, you find a way to get people from point A to point B, but you don't transport them in the semi-trailer, especially running the reefer at 30 degrees, because number one, you're dealing with an accident that's waiting to happen, and you're also dealing with the fact that you've got people that could be actually damaged through like hypothermia, like Chris had said. So, do the right thing. That's what it boils down to. Like Chris says, use your common sense, do the right thing. And if you have to rent a car, ask a family friend, do whatever you have to do. Just don't go out there and put your family in danger. That is not going to be the right solution. But I thank everybody for coming in tonight. I hope that you guys learned something. I hope that I was able to clear up some things. And I hope you'll follow this story with me when we're able to do that. So I thank you. I thank Paul for coming in. I thank Chris for being here tonight. And I thank TJ for being here tonight. And remember, every road leads to a new story. Keep writing yours. We'll see you on the next live stream. Thanks for everybody for coming in. Have a good night, guys.